Everyone, and welcome into Studio de Jeffrey. It is nice to see you. I'm Jeff Cavanaugh, and this presentation is brought to you by my friends at Bet Online, where you could bet on the Cowboys to win the NFC East, because why the hell not? They got better today, baby. Stephon Gilmore, Van Der Esch back, Donovan Wilson back, and what's next? We'll do all that stuff. Thank you to my friends at Bet Online, where if you use the promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, you can get 50% sign-up bonus on your next deposit. And you can get some things done. You can bet against the Mavericks. You can bet on golf, a little MMA action. I found NASCAR is way more interesting if you got a couple of bucks on the line. So my guys at Bet Online got you covered for everything. Use the promo code BELIEVE for that sign-up bonus. I was in bed. Not going to lie to you. I was in bed and I was going to bed. But a good, strong subscriber to the channel by the name of Formula was like, Jeff, you have to make a video today. The Cowboys did stuff. And so I was like, that's a fair point. People need me. We'll go more long form tomorrow on 97.1 The Freak and DFW and on the iHeartRadio app in the best damn sports segment period at 8 a.m. Central Time. Why is something making noise here? I have a mock draft simulator pulled up, but I didn't want to do Pro Football Focus like I did the last time because it was like, why not mix it up? And if something else is going to be firing off audio at me, I will punch it in the face. Okay, first of all, Stephon Gilmore, A+. That is what you do with a comp pick. Stephon Gilmore is not a young man in the NFL anymore, but Stephon Gilmore is still a baller. I don't care too much about Pro Football Focus's grades, but they had him as a top 10, maybe even a top 5 corner last year. He is 32 years old. He's on the wrong side of 30. He's probably on the wrong side of his prime, but Stephon Gilmore is still a really good player. He's an upgrade from even if you had everybody back. Remember, the Cowboys defense went to butt against the pass when Anthony Brown got hurt. Anthony Brown gone. You've got Deron Bland, which is great, but he plays in the slot, and that's where they would rather have him. You have Jordan Lewis, which is great. He plays in the slot, which is where you'd rather have him. Israel Mukuamu showed up as a giant slot and was a lot of fun, and so they'll have him as a piece. But Stephon Gilmore as another very good outside corner, having Trayvon Diggs and Stephon Gilmore, I support wholeheartedly using fifth-round comp picks to acquire premium positions, even if they're short-term. Stephon Gilmore, rock and roll, baby. Formula's in the super chat, my guy. Please tell us what your thoughts are on how Stephon Gilmore is as a tackler and what do you think overall? Boy, if you wanted me to tell you that I knew how he was as a tackler last year, I'd be lying to you. But I know that as a player, he still covered the hell out of people. He can play man, he can play zone. He's a very good outside corner, and he's doing it for $9 million. And the cost to get that from a team who had no purpose for a good aging corner because they ain't trying to win crap this year. That's a great trade by the Cowboys. That's what you do with comp picks. That's why you want comp picks. You have the choice. Do I want to stockpile? Where am I as an organization? Am I trying to stockpile young talent by having more darts to throw at my draft board? Or would I like to fire one of these bad boys to know that I'm going to have a quality outside corner? You ain't going to find a good outside corner in the 5th round. Let me take that back. Sometimes you do, but it's rare. Stephon Gilmore is better than that. And it's going to be good, good, good. We love it. We love it. We love it. We love it. Eagles Rule is in here in the super chat and wants an Eli Ricks scouting report. Alabama corner. Fairly long. Good player. Better on stuff in front of him than stuff behind him. And then you get into the murky area that I hate doing with draft prospects because I don't know anything firsthand. And if I don't know something firsthand, I kind of hate talking about it, but I'd ask people about him. And allegedly, maybe the coaching staff at Bama isn't exactly propping him up heading into the draft. So he'll probably be one of the guys that you'll hear stuff. Just stuff. Now what are the Cowboys going to do? Leighton Vander Esch is back. You're good at linebacker. Or maybe I should rephrase that. You're fine at linebacker. Vander Esch had a really good year last year, and good for him because he's going to make $11 million over the next 2 years. Well, at least the first year is guaranteed. When he was on the cusp of being something like a league minimum player. And I don't have a problem with the Donovan Wilson signing either. $8 million a year for a good safety. That's fine. And then you just zoom out for a second. You say, okay, what does my defense look like? Well, my defense has 3 good safeties. My defense between Diggs and Gilmore on the outside, and then either Deron Bland or Jordan Lewis or Israel Mukwamu in the slot, and having different options to do. You are very good at corner. You are very good at safety. You're at least fine at linebacker. Your pass rush has Micah Parsons and Tank Lawrence, so you're good. The one place where you would love to see them do something, and you still can, but the Cowboys never really throw big money after it, especially considering they tried one time with veterans and it didn't work, is defensive tackle to find us a run stopper. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't care about stopping the run all that much. Teams in today's NFL dare you to run. They want you to run. If you run a whole bunch, they are happy as hell to give you 4 or 5 yards to carry. The Cowboys were better at it last year than it seemed while watching them play on Sundays. They graded out in yards per carry and blah, blah, blah. They were okay at it. But yes, you would like to find you a nice big boy to throw in the mix. The place where the Cowboys are still butt naked is wide receiver. They are still butt naked at wide receiver. And you don't want to go into an NFL draft like that. So now they're going to have to figure out, what are they going to do? This might be really good for Zeke. And if you're a big Zeke fan, if the Cowboys want to make another move in terms of signing someone, if Zeke were to be released, it would probably be a post-June 1 cut, because that way you can break up where you eat that money over 2 years. You don't get access to that money until after June 1st. If you want to be a player to do something at wide receiver right now, and it's anybody that makes decent money, you could take that money by redoing Zeke's deal and getting him to take a pay cut, and you could do that tomorrow, as opposed to waiting to June 1st. You could do the same thing with Tyron Smith. I would imagine Zeke and Tyron Smith are probably getting phone calls, or their agents are, about, hey, there's different ways this could go. You get post June 1 when everybody's already got their roster figured out. It's not ideal for your client, or we could work out how much money you're going to give back, and we could do that tomorrow. It's just Dude Drew, Jeff. How do I become a VIP sub from Andrew on on Twitch? That is a good question. I don't know how it all works. I think you join as a member on the YouTube, and that kicks ass, and we love it. Also, Matt Cather, who I work with mornings on 97.1 The Freak, said somehow he got unsubscribed to my channel. So make sure you're subscribed. YouTube might be jacking with people. I don't know. Marcus Hughes, this is the proper formula. Flip those day 3 picks, especially if you have multiple in the same round, for players you know have an impact. Love you, brother. Let's get some pass catchers now. Yes, I agree. And it's always a salary cap game. And where are you in the life cycle of your team? For the Cowboys, who have won 12 games 2 years in a row, the Cowboys are in a go chase after it mode. And the Colts are in a, let's get money off the books. Let's stockpile draft picks. Let's try to find our young cheap players. We're about to have a quarterback most likely on a rookie deal. And then we will go fire off and spend our money. So let's move on from the older guys. And so this trade makes sense for everybody. I love that good players are available for contending teams for 5th round picks. So awesome. And I'm going to tell you a secret. If Stephon Gilmore plays out this year and he plays well, somebody else is going to sign him, and you're going to get that 5th round comp pick back. Kind of early, I know, but who's your gut on the pick at 26 from Formula? Right this second, I would say, I pulled up a mock. Do I want to do it? I could. My gut would say, if the right wide receiver is available, I think it makes sense. If the right tight end is available, I don't think that's impossible. And if the right offensive lineman is available, I don't think that's impossible. Let's see what they're going to do with Tyron, but Connor McGovern is out of here. Right now, it is offensive playmaker is priority number 1, 2, and 3, because corner was up there. It ain't anymore. Now you're stacked at corner. You went from yeesh to woohoo, because the hole was outside quality corner, and now done. But right now, Jalen Tolbert's starting on this team. You need a wide receiver, and you need that bad. So Quentin Johnston, Jordan Addison. We'll just have to see what order the wide receivers come off the board, but I think there's a decent chance you could get a wide receiver there. I think there's a decent chance if, depending what order the tight ends go in. I don't know if the Cowboys will love Dalton Kincaid from Utah just because he's not going to be a good blocker, but he's a hell of a wide receiver. Michael Mayermeyer from Notre Dame is well-rounded and is just going to be a solid starting tight end probably forever. I love Darnell Washington at Georgia because he will be a blocking son of a biscuit right off the bat, and he's a super athletic guy that can develop into a really nice catcher. So I'm not going to make a guess yet, but threw some stuff out there. Hell, maybe they go Bijan. I don't think it would be impossible if he were available. All right, let me see. All right, I have a mock draft up. Let me see. Is there a way that I can add this thing on here and we can just run through? I'm only doing 3 rounds again because I've watched about 80 players, and I'm not going to lie to you and just make up players that I'm going to pick. Do I want to add source or share screen? All right, window. NFL mock draft. Share? Does that work? Hey, how about that? Okay. I am mock drafting, baby. Seattle is offering to trade. So is Carolina. If I knew more players, I might do that. But for now, let's just reject trades and pick a player. Bijan Robinson, Jalen Hyatt, wide receiver, Tennessee. Josh Downs, wide receiver, North Carolina. Darnell Washington, tight end, Georgia. I wouldn't hate it. Wow, their board is way, way, way different than Pro Football Focus's, which is kind of fun. Dalton Kincaid. I probably don't need to scroll down past 50, but I obviously disagree with a lot of these guys. Nolan Smith at your 45th best player to me is insanity. I think he'll be a top 15 pick. Zay Flowers, Boston College wide receiver, small, but absolute hell to try to cover and try to tackle. So there are quite a few guys that I would consider there. Jahmyr Gibbs. Hell, I should have traded down. And I could take Bijan or Jahmyr Gibbs in the second round and had to pick. I could take Osiris Torrance to play left guard. You could take Anton Harrison to play left tackle. You could let Tyron go, save money. But I tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick me. See, I knew it. Everybody in the chat wants me to take Bijan. I don't think I have the balls. And I've said if they take him at 26, I ain't mad at him because he's that good. But I'm not going to leave one of my 4 best receivers in the draft class on the board for a running back. I don't think I can. I'm taking Zay Flowers. Boop. I got me a wide receiver. Reject. Okay, their rankings are insanity. I did need to take a look. Okay, we're about to fix the defensive tackle problem, so congratulations, guys. Deontay Banks available. What are we doing? Where's Dalton? Where's my guy? 3rd round, I could do that. A&M running back. If Kalijah Cansey were available at 71, I'd pick him in a heartbeat. I think there's 0 chance in hell, but I also hate doing that because I can't let my opinion affect what I think is happening. But just for a Cowboys team building purpose, let's have some fun. And I'm going to take you a 335-pound athletic run stuff and 2-gapper, baby. And in a perfect world, give me an offensive lineman I like. Give me an offensive lineman I like. No. Give me a corner I like for a long-term play. Darius Rush. 3rd round's about right. I'm still going to have to watch more people. I could fire off a running back just for fun. And then he could be the running back a year from now. Is there anybody I love up here? Not really. Sure, I'll take a 3rd round running back. Give me the Tulane kid. Where's he at? That would be fine. Tyjae Spears. I don't think I would make that pick. I just need to watch more players to figure out if there's someone else in this mix that I would really like. So for now, I'm just going to take Spears. Just to have some fun. And there's your 3-round mock draft. I got me a good wide receiver prospect, a good defensive tackle, and a random running back. Which simulator you guys prefer? That was the first time I've used that one. I think they're going to have to make some considerable updates to their rankings to match anything near how I feel. I would say Pro Football Focus is closer to how I feel. But again, I'm not going to love anybody's because they're not my rankings they're using. And so there's that. All right, let me go back and check, see if you don't boo his flower. That's a terrible pick, Bijan Robinson. If you have a chance to get a good wide receiver or a great running back, pick the good wide receiver. And I won't be mad if they pick Bijan. I really won't. But if you're really trying to win this year, combining a first-round running back with a $10 million running back is kind of wild-ass idea. Go get your receiver. Hope you're doing well, Jeff. Rank these in preference. D-Hop, Evans, Cooks, drafted wide receiver. You might have them in order, although I've seen Evans be still really, really good more recently than I've seen it with D-Hop. But one of those two, Cooks, drafted wide receiver. If you tell me it's a top 60 pick, drafted wide receiver might even be my preference. And then bring T.Y. back on the cheap. I think that works for a wide receiver room. Because we don't have all the monies in the world. What's your trade for Hopkins? 3rd round pick. Something like that. Bijan's a game changer. I love Bijan Robinson. I won't fight people on Bijan Robinson. Somebody's probably going to use a 1st round pick on him, and I got no problem with it because I do think he's that good. If a good wide receiver prospect, a good corner prospect, a good offensive line prospect, I would just be more likely to take those over a running back. Like Nick Chubb's the best runner in football, and I would take a very good offensive guard over Nick Chubb all day. That's what I think. The OSU receiver is going way before 26. Jackson Smith and Jigba. If Jackson Smith and Jigba is available at 26, I'd pick him in a heartbeat. He's my number 1 receiver in this draft class. All right. I think my computer's jacking up. So I'm going to get out of here. We did a mock draft, though. We talked about what the Cowboys have done and what they need to do. I hope you guys have a great night, and I hope I didn't miss any supers. Let me try to make sure. Michael Mayer, 1st round pick, calling it possible. I like my tight ends to be athletic. Q, Darnell Washington. Cowboys can save money by giving him 83. I love Darnell Washington. I could deal with him at 26 too. There's lots of guys I could deal with at 26. All right, I've done it. We peace out. Have a great night. Remember, you have no idea what anybody's going through.